What's good, y'all? Buckle up, coming to you on a quick drop special. Big ups to everybody already subbed in. Appreciate it all. If you haven't already subbed in, sub in. Sub in and welcome. Of course, you all are welcome. And if you feel what I'm talking about, make sure you hit that like sign before you get out of here. Don't forget, you need 12 games over a 30-day period. With the first 3 games free just for getting a monthly pass. Text 443-717-1848. And simply text 3 words. Just 3 simple words. You want in. Other than that, take the money off the floor that I get to y'all. I'll get the games to you. As always, Sports Prediction 101 Cash App link is in the description box for those who win without a pass and still want to show love. Alright? Now, let's get to the chop, y'all. Let's get to the chop. Now, first of all, before I even get into what we had to initially here to talk about, I want to say this. I heard the goofy bark for the bone holler on your live earlier today. You say you never heard of slavery in Russia. When you wouldn't, you say you don't know the history on the slavery in Russia. You just know that America is the most racist country of all the countries around the world. That's what you claim, without having your facts on it at all. But anyway, you say you never heard of slavery in Russia when you wouldn't have the history on slavery in Russia because you're not from Russia. You goofy ass dummy. So how much do you expect to tell us about fucking Russia when you're not from Russia? You don't talk Russian, none of that shit. So yeah, you can't speak on shit about Russia. But getting into what we came here to talk about. Shakur Stevenson's career at this point. And do y'all think that Shakur is walking right now in the lane of greatness, and has he been walking in the lane of greatness? That's what we're here to talk about. So let's chop it up about Shakur and how things look for Shakur at this point in his career, since we got the goofball motherfucker Bark for the Bone, aka BFTB, trying to expose that basically Shakur hasn't done anything in his career remotely that puts him in the lane of greatness. Yeah, that's what he said. Y'all feel me? The goofy motherfuckers say that Shakur hasn't done anything in his career remotely that puts him in the lane of greatness. Alright? And remember, y'all, keep this in mind. This is coming from a guy that says Deontay Wilder, first 30 fights on his resume started. He said that Deontay Wilder first 30 fights on his resume started in the lane of greatness. This is what he say. He say Deontay Wilder shit started in the lane of greatness, even though we all know Wilder was fighting guys with double-digit loss columns, even in his 30th fucking fight. Y'all feel me? His favorite fighter, the guy who's knocking Shakur. The guy who knocking Shakur, right? Just knocking Shakur record all over. Just claiming Shakur ain't done this, Shakur ain't done that, Shakur ain't this, Shakur ain't that, right? But your favorite fighter was fighting guys with double-digit losses, with double-digit loss columns, even in his 30th fucking fight. Your favorite fighter. And you got the audacity to say Shakur has done nothing up to this point in his career. I can't believe that you could fix your pickle holders to say this. I really seriously can't believe that you even can fix your pickle holders to even say, make that statement come out your motherfucking mouth. Or come out your pickle holders. You got the audacity to say that. The man done nothing to this point in his career but you a boxing talk channel. When Wilder wasn't even holding one belt at 30 fights yet. I'm confused as shit on this guy's mind is totally whacked the fuck out. He fucked all up. Your thought process is fucked all up. Shakur, listen. Do you realize, bark for the bone, because I know you listening. I already know you listening. Bark for the bone. Do you realize that Shakur don't even got 25 fights yet? And he a 3-division champion, unified at 130? Do you understand that? Do you understand that in any kind of way possible? With you calling yourself the best boxing talk channel on YouTube? With the highest knowledge? How you figure that? And you can't recognize these things. But you can recognize it for Devin. You recognize that Devin is undisputed at 135. You always mention he undisputed. He's a champion. He beat Regis. You always tell us over and over he beat Regis. He's a champion. And now he's a champion at 147. So, what's hard about you understanding that Shakur has accomplished some of those things himself without the undisputed? What part you don't understand? Shakur don't even got 25 fights yet. And he a 3-division champion, unified at 130. At 24 fights. At 24 fights. Your favorite fighter wasn't even a champion yet at 30 fights. Your favorite fighter wasn't even, Deontay Wilder wasn't even a champion yet at 30 fights. Your number one guy. You say I'm telling you, you say the most goofiest shit without using your fucking brain and think before you talk, for sure. You don't use that shit at all. One of his favorite false narrative lines is this fighter is better than any fighter he ever fought. You say that about every fucking fight that the fighter that to make the fighter that you talking about look like he need to be doing what you saying he need to be doing. As if that statement is official because it came out your mouth. He hasn't fought nobody of like a fighter like this nowhere on his resume. That's your fucking opinion. When you because you make that shit in so many different scenarios. You do that shit every time it's a fight. That line come out your mouth. Saying it about Abdullah Mason, who I think is the goods, but Abdullah still got time to build his house how he want to build it. He got time to build up his shit how he want to build it up. And he young enough to do it. When I say build up his house, far as build up his whole shit, how he want to do his shit, how he want to do his career. He a champion right now and he got plenty of time in front of him to do what he gonna do. He can defend his title or he can unify with a belt holder that's not tied up with a fight like Shakur is right now with T.O. You keep talking about Shakur fighting somebody right now when Shakur tied up with a fight with T.O. But you keep talking about Shakur fighting somebody right now because you're hating on the fact that man get ready to fight T.O. It's killing you. We can get Abdullah versus Tank open. We can get Abdullah versus who else? Floyd Schofield open. Or whether it's open now, whether it's open now or not, he could worry about Shakur shit when and if the time comes. Shakur all up at 140 right now, working on a fight, this, that, the other. Why are you worrying about that right now? With all the talent at 135. With all the talent you got at 135. And then we got this delusional dummy motherfucker telling his subs, here he go again, y'all. Y'all won't believe what I'm getting ready to tell y'all. What he said on his motherfucking live. Here he go again yesterday. Oh my goodness. Here he go again. Y'all won't believe it. Y'all will not fucking believe it. We got the delusional dummy motherfucker telling his subs that he got Abdullah dad's phone number. Yes, we do. I know I might got some of y'all in here saying, buckle up. No, he didn't. Yes, the fuck he did. Go watch his motherfucking live that he just did. Go through that motherfucking live. I can't find it. I ain't to the timestamp thing. You gotta just click through there or listen to that live. His most recent live he just did. He just told his subs he got Abdullah dad number. The same way he was doing with Brian Norman dad. And got exposed for being a whole fucking liar, claiming he knew that man. Then he got mad because Brian Norman Sr. came on his channel and exposed the shit out of him. Abdullah dad don't care or know anything about your goofy dummy ass because you was never and you will never be the key to his son or Brian Norman Sr.'s son success. That's what you're trying to do. Now you're trying to do the shit with Abdullah and his family. You're not the key to their success. So shut the fuck up about phone numbers your donut dummy ass do not got. You don't got they mother. You don't got no motherfucking Abdullah father phone number. Shut the fuck up. Saying shit just to make a motherfucker think you important. If Shakur, or you important to the sport of boxing anyway, when you not. if Shakur beat T.O., and decides to complete at 140, and decides to compete at 140, we good with that. Shakur beat T.O. and decide to compete at 140, we good with that. If Shakur beats T.O. and decides to unify with Matias, we'll take that too. We'll take that. Fuck what you want. Fuck what you want. Who gives a fuck about what you want? Fuck what you want. If Shakur beats T.O., then unify with let's say Matias at 140, that's staying on the road of greatness. That road of greatness that you was talking about, that's continuing on that road of greatness. Then he might decide to jump back down to 135 and unify with a belt holder if they hadn't stripped him by that time. You know? But the bottom line is, don't you know that we all know you a hater of Shakur. You can't never make us think that you like Shakur. Talking like you feel, I want him to do this and he would be the greatest of all time and he would be this, trying to start some shit and say he would be the greatest of the era. Now he would take over as the greatest of the era if he did this and he did that. Shut the fuck up. You don't think that we know you got a deep down hatred for Shakur because he didn't take the lousy ass 25% to fight Devin without trying to get the 30% he was entitled to get through the sanctioning body? And Devin didn't wait on the outcome, so the motherfucking fight didn't happen. It's no rush at all. We know you mad. We know you still salty. But it's no rush at all to see Abdullah fight Shakur. Great fight, but there's so many other fights to be made for Abdullah at 135. And Tank is one of the biggest names that stand out because Tank don't have no opponent. Because if Tank come back to fight Isaac Cruz, what I'm hearing in the air, I don't know how true that is, but if Tank coming back to fight Isaac Cruz for another crackerjack box underbelt, that's gonna look ugly for Tank. Tank be better off retiring than to fight Pitbull for another one of them C-class belts. If Tank not fighting a big name or a super belt holder at 135 or 140, matter of fact, I don't even know. I mean, big name, it depends what they consider to be a big name. You know, because for some reason they might consider Pitbull Cruz to be a big name. And that's why I'm hearing in the air they might be choosing to fight him. But them C-class belts ain't going to get it. That shit don't look no better. If he not fighting a super belt holder at 135 or 140, then he probably should just retire. Shakur versus T.O. about to be the one we not going to forget. You know, the only BFTB was telling y'all that we'll forget about a motherfucker and all that shit. We ain't going to forget about shit. We ain't forget about Hagler because he lost to Sugar Ray. Did we? And we still respect Hagler to this day. Everything good. Nothing changed about how I feel about Hagler just because he lost to Sugar Ray Leonard. The only fight that BFTB need to focus on for Devin is that motherfucking Crocker fight. That's the fight he need to be focusing on. Worry about that motherfucking Crocker unification fight. Worry about that. Worry about Devin versus Crocker for unification at 147 and stop worrying about what the fuck Shakur doing when we already satisfied with what Shakur career has accomplished. You can't strip that. Like, you tried to do that shit to Bud. You try to strip Bud of his shit. You ain't going to strip nobody of that shit. You're not going to come into the sport of boxing and strip people of their accolades. It's not going to work, buddy. Most likely, it's going to get your channel, it's going to demote your channel more than promote your channel. Because more of me going to always pop up. It's not going to happen. You're not going to do it. You're not going to take away accomplishments. Never. You are, first and foremost, you are nobody. And your judgment smells like some shit. Yeah. Keyshawn coming to 147 to beat Devin. So you're not going to have to worry about Shakur beating Devin. Because Keyshawn going to have already gave Devin another L, except this time it's going to stay on Devin record. That's going to be the difference this time. If Keyshawn get a hold of Devin, it's going to stay on his record. Listen, fighters earn great careers off excellent accolades. No matter what nobody fucking tell you. Fighters earn great careers off excellent accolades. That's it. Winning a super belt. Listen, when you win a super belt, winning a super belt is accomplishing an accolade. Yeah. Winning a super belt is accomplishing an accolade. Once you win your first super belt, you just stepped on the road to greatness. When you become a professional boxer, and then you get all your first little fights, your first little 15, 20 fights or whatever, you end up winning your motherfucking first belt, you on the road to greatness. Soon as you win your first belt, that's putting you on the road to greatness. Now, whether you stay on that road or not, always will remain to be seen throughout your career. You know what I mean? Each and every fighter make their own bed and they gotta lay in it when it's over. Yeah. Shakur for me is definitely on a proper path. It's definitely still the path of greatness since he won his first super belt. He been on the path of greatness definitely since he won his first super belt at 126. No doubt. No doubt. He got unified at 130 and now a champion at 135. Taking a fight with the 140-pound champion in A-level Tio. Yeah, that's good shit. Big up, Shakur. Good shit. That's best fighting the best. And the super belt at 140 on the line at the same fucking time. You can't get it no better than that. You can't get it no better than that. Shakur started. Fuck is you talking about? This can push. This is what can put Shakur on to be a great fighter. I'm going to tell y'all right now, because he ain't done nothing, so I'm going to tell you, though, what would make him be a great fighter. And if he does this right here and just fights these fighters right here, then he would be the greatest of the era. Shut your dummy ass the fuck up, goofy ass nigga. He ain't doing shit. Shakur started on the motherfucking road to greatness, and he's still on that road. He started there at 126. We got Shakur versus T.O. coming up shortly. We got that coming up shortly. And whether Shakur
I'm ready when you are.
Whether Shakur will whether he lose or not, whether Shakur lose or not, that's all part of the sport. You know? Well, whether he lose or not, we all know it's a 50-50 opponent. Anything can happen. In a 50-50 fight, anything can happen. You know? Bottom of the line, bottom line is somebody gotta lose. Bottom line is somebody gotta motherfucking lose. That's all part of the sport, and no matter which one of them lose, they won't get trashed by the fans because the fans already know going in, anything can happen in a 50-50 match. Anything can happen in a 50-50 match. I got Shakur for the win, though. See y'all on the Get Back.
Downtown.